everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be an exciting video where I do this really fun cut crease using my new Morphe 3502 palette. I saw this palette online and was like, oh my goodness, this is so pretty. This palette had my name written all over it, so I decided to order it and it just came in the mail a few days ago. So I thought I would film this cut crease using this eyeshadow palette. I really loved how this look turned out. I got to use tons of new products today in this video that I got during the Sephora VIB sale. So I'll be letting you guys know what I think about those products. If you guys want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Taking my Urban Decay Primer Potion, I'm going to prime my eyes with this. So I'm going to take my NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I have it in black. Then very lightly and very gently, I like to just outline the bottoms, and I don't like to press very hard because I do want it to look more natural. And I'm going to extend them at the end. So once the kind of outer area is filled in, I do like to go in and like barely fill in the front section. I like to just kind of flick the brow pencil up. Then once that's done, I like to take the spoolie side and just kind of spoolie it through the brows, just so it's not such like a harsh line. And then I do like to go wiggle the spoolie in the front area just so that it's kind of like a bit more like faded. I'm going to take my NYX Tinted Brow Gel. I have it in black. I do have really, really dark brows. Okay, so once my brows are done, I'm going to move on to the eyes. Before I actually move on to the bright colors, I am going to take this Lise Watier shadow. It's just like almost like a beige skin color, and I'm just going to set my entire eye with this, just so that it's not tacky after applying the primer. So now taking the Morphe palette, I'm gonna take the very, very first shade here in the palette, and I'm gonna take it on a Morphe E23 fluffy brush, and I'm just going to pop that shade very messily on my upper crease. I'm just like continually blending this shade, not really keeping it in a specific area, but applying that just as a nice crease shade before we apply the really bright like pinky orange color. Taking another Morphe blending brush, this is the M332 brush. I'm going to tap my brush in this shade right here, and it is extremely pigmented, so go with a really light hand, taking that shade and buffing that in the crease. I'm also going to take the shadow and just kind of flick it as I blend it, so kind of going kind of like a cat eye effect with my shadow. So once you got that shade all blended out, I'm going to go in with the really bright color here, and I'm going to start by just taking this on a bit more of a fluffy blending brush. This is the Loud E1, and I'm just going to take that shade and keep it more in the crease rather than diffusing it up. So I'm really focusing this shade literally right in the socket, more so than the other shade. I'm going to go back to that M332 blending brush, and I'm just going to blend out the outer edges just so that it looks nice and diffused. Okay, so moving on to the actual cut crease, I am going to take some concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape in Light. So I'm just going to take it on this angled brush. I'm just going to take a bit of that concealer on my brush and then start creating that cut crease with it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the angle brush and I'm just going to create a cat eye effect with this, just like you would with eyeliner. Okay, so once you've kind of created that cut crease, if you may have made a few mistakes along the way, which is totally fine, I totally did and do. So I'm just going to go back to that precise pencil brush that I used for that bright pink orangey shade, and I'm going to just kind of clean up any areas where the concealer kind of transferred and just kind of touch up. Now for my lid color, instead of just keeping it this white shade, I did go ahead and add a bit of like a shimmery shadow to it just to add a little bit more dimension to the look. I did use two shades, one a bit darker and then one a little lighter. I did start with this shade here that's just above that pink shade we used for the cut crease, and I'm just going to take that shade, apply that right on my eyelid. Then also taking that shade and kind of taking it where we did the little flick, right underneath that pink color. And then I'm just going to clean my brush off and take that lighter shimmery shade just to give it a bit more pop. I'm taking this shade right here in the palette and I'm just going to apply that shade on top. Now we're going to move on to winged liner. I'm going to take my Kat Von D liquid liner in Trooper and just create a wing. So once you got your wing liner on, it may look a little messy, kind of where you did all the shadows here and the concealer. So I'm going to take a wipey and just clean up under the eyes. So once I've kind of cleaned up, I'm going to just add a little bit of color to my brow bone. I'm going to take that Lise Wate shadow we used to set our eyelids, and I'm going to just take that on a kind of a little bit of a fluffier brush, and I'm just going to apply that to my brow bone just to add a little bit more lift to it. So once that's done, I'm going to zoom you guys out and do the rest of my face. For primer today, I'm going to use my Maybelline Baby Skin Primer and just apply that all over my face. For foundation today, I'm going to try a new product that I just picked up. I'm going to take my Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation and use that as my foundation. And then taking my Morphe Y6 brush, I'm just going to blend that out. I'm just going to take that foundation and just kind of apply it on a few more areas. I want a little bit more coverage. This foundation literally feels like there is nothing on my skin. It is so lightweight, it's kind of amazing. Okay, so I'm going to try another new product. I'm going to take my Nars Creamy Concealer in Light 2 Vanilla, and I'm going to use that as my concealer today. I'm so excited to try this out. I'm going to take my Loud L6 brush and just blend it out with. So far so good with this concealer. I find that it's covering pretty well, and I brightening my under eyes really nicely too. Before I continue on with the rest of my face, I realized that I have not applied my mascara on my lashes yet, on my top lashes, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now and then move on. Taking the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, I'm going to take some Ardell Baby Whispies and apply those to my eyes. To set my concealer today, I'm going to try my new Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. Again, this is the first time I'm using this product, so I'm really excited to see if I like it. So I think that this set my concealer really well. I really like the finish of it. It's super pretty. It's not super powdery or cakey under the eyes. So far, so good. I don't have any new bronzers to try out, so I'm just going to take my Benefit Hula bronzer and contour with this. Taking my Sephora Pro blush brush and contouring. For blush today, I'm taking this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Pearlescent Pink and taking it on a Loud L2 brush, rosying those cheeks a bit. Then for highlights today, I'm taking my new Becca Cosmetics Highlight in Moonstone, and I'm going to highlight with this, another product I am really excited to use. It is such a pretty, like, champagne color. So I'm just going to apply that, and yep. I love it. So pretty, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Aqua Lip Liner in 3C and just line my lips. So for lipstick, I'm going to take this NYX lipstick in Thalia. And then to brighten up the lip color a bit more, I'm going to take my new Buxom Lip-gloss in White Russian. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and this really pretty bright cut crease. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and